this has been a looming threat really for years, but it appears that we have now hit the Social Security tipping point. And what I mean by that is that for the first time, Social Security will pay out more in benefits than it is taking in taxes, and that's a bad equation, something that wasn't originally supposed to happen until the year 2016. We thought we had a little bit more time on this one, and Jim Angle has been looking into it in our Washington bureau and how it happened and what it means for all of us. So what is the problem, Jim, with Social Security, and why did it happen early?
Well, Martha, because of the recession, there are fewer people working, as we were just reporting, and paying into Social Security. So obviously it has fewer revenues, and it was already facing long-term financial problems. So you have fewer revenues coming in, and some people on the cusp of retirement no doubt decided to just go ahead and retire and collect benefits, especially if they couldn't get a job. So the system will pay out more than it takes in for a couple of years. Then it goes back in the black for a couple of years. But in 2016, Martha, it goes into the red permanently.
Wasn't there supposed to be a Social Security trust fund, Jim, with trillions of dollars in it so that we wouldn't have to worry about this?
Well, there's a Social Security trust fund, all right, with trillions of dollars of IOUs in it. Here's the deal. Social Security has been taking in more than it pays out for decades. That's coming to an end. All this time, the federal government has been taking those extra revenues and spending them and giving Social Security what amounts to IOUs in the form of government bonds. Then when Social Security has to pay out more than it takes in, as it will this year, about $29 billion this year, it turns to the federal government and says, okay, we need some cash, and we want you to pay us back some of those IOUs, so pay up. The problem is, of course, as you know, the federal government doesn't have any money because it's already trillions in the hole. So it simply has to borrow more money to make up for the money it's already borrowed from Social Security. Now, this is going to get a lot worse beginning in 2016 as you get a wave of baby boomers retiring, and Medicare will also hit the same sort of problems. And that is why analysts say that we are headed for a fiscal cliff here. We have more than $5 trillion in unfunded liabilities in Social Security, $38 trillion in Medicare. All that money will have to come from taxpayers, or the two systems will not be able to pay the benefits that have been promised.
Maybe it's time to go back to the old idea of Social Security reform. Maybe we need to fix the way we do some of these things so that in the future this problem can be remedied. But we know you'll report on that when the time comes. Jim Angle, thank you very much. Jim.